to your adaptive seated yoga practice. And so an invitation to begin your practice today by finding the most comfortable seat. And so it is challenging for our nervous system to calm down if we're uncomfortable in our bodies. And so a gentle reminder that pets, children are welcome to the class. We are practicing from home. That said, I'm going to put this little guy down for now. And so bring your hands together at your heart center, lifting your heart to your hands, bowing your head to your heart. And take a moment to set a simple intention for your practice. Set your intention with one word, and we'll revisit it at the end of the practice. Or it might be that today you feel up to dedicating your practice to someone, in which case you could visualize the person in front of you, silently say their name, and then wishing them happiness and that they might know the root of all happiness. Release your arms down by your sides, spiral your palms open. Open up your armpits and wiggly fidgets. Shake your hands vigorously. And so if anything I share with you today feels uncomfortable, if even the most gentle movement causes discomfort or pain, I'd like to invite you to explore visualizing the movement. And so imagination is powerful. That might be a lovely starting point. And so continuing with a centering practice. So let's ground through our feet. Center and ground through the soles of your feet. So we want to keep our connection with Mother Nature. We tend to start losing that. Root down through your sits bones. So maybe notice where your bottom and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Energy moving in two directions. Lengthen from the tip of your tailbone all the way up through to the crown of your head. So you might imagine you have a thread on top of your head. There's a kitty. And it's pulling you way up to the sky. Roll your shoulders back and down just a few times. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And from here, we'll transition into mindful movement. So as you're ready, bring your hands, palms facing each other in front of you. And so maybe at the level of your chest, your heart. And so on inhale, hands move towards each other. On exhale, hands move away. So gentle movement, inhale, bringing your hands towards each other. Exhale, hands move away. Turn your palms face up, breathing in, reach your hands up to the sky. Palms face down, release. Maybe on our inhale, as we reach arms up to the sky, feeling a lightness. And on the exhale, palms face down, a grounding sensation. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. Palms face down, release. Release your arms down by your side. Rest your hands on your thighs, palm up or down as desired. Maybe even taking a moment to notice which feels better for you. resting your palms face up or resting your palms face down. And so if you're feeling fatigued, tired, I'd like to invite you to explore resting your palms face up, open to receive. If you are feeling restless, scattered, palms face down can help ground us. Hi, Janet.
Hi.
And so when you're ready, begin to move your gaze downward. So moving away from the busyness in our minds and more towards our heart. Allow your facial muscles to soften and release. Our jaws relax. And then from here, we'll transition into a breath awareness practice. So without changing anything, we're noticing that as we inhale, things expand. On exhale, things contract. Notice, is your breath long? Is it smooth, or is your breath jagged? And then when you're ready, place one hand on your yoga belly, the area between your navel and your pubic bone, your other hand on your heart center. And from here, we'll transition into a simple breathing technique, exercise if you'd like. The research shows can help with pain management and anxiety. And begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. And so that your inhales and exhales are just a little bit longer. And when we lengthen our exhale, this is calming for our nervous system. And then see if you can begin to smooth out your breath. And that your inhales and your exhales are about the same duration and quality. At any point, if you notice that your mind gets distracted and wants to wander off, know that that's okay. That's the nature of our mind. Simply bring your awareness back to your breath. And lastly, see if you can add a quality of softness to your breath. So you might imagine that you just tasted something delicious. And see if you can bring that same softness to areas of your body that you feel are too tight. Our breath is long and smooth and soft as we breathe in and as we breathe out. Just for a few more breaths, or as long as it feels comfortable, I'd like to invite you to keep this simple breathing exercise flowing. At any point, if you notice that your mind gets distracted, as often it will, invitation to notice the sounds around you. And so I just heard the whoosh of a car on the road in front of my home. I can hear the ticking of the old clock in my living room. And then maybe noticing the gentle tone of my voice. And in a loving way, bring your awareness back to your breath. So, our old friend, our breath. And so I'm smiling because two of the students who I can see today are holding their favorite animal friend, their cat. And wherever you are in your breath cycle, let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Your natural rhythm. Maybe observing the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. Drop your chin towards your chest. And gradually blink your eyes open. And so we're falling awake, not asleep. Falling awake, not asleep. So maybe notice if you felt a subtle shift, hey Jacques, bonjour, in your energy. And so we've begun the process of tuning into our bodies and connecting with our breath. And so the bridge between our body and our mind is our breath. Release your arms down by your sides, spiral your palms open, open up your armpits, and wiggly fidget. So a little more vigorous this time. You do a little bum dance. Awesome. And so I brought my Tibetan singing bowl today, and so I'm going to ring it 3 times at the beginning of the class and again at the end of the class to bring you out of your final relaxation. And so this particular Tibetan singing bowl was blessed by my spiritual friend who happens to be a Tibetan monk. And so it's believed that the vibration from the sound of a Tibetan singing bowl can help to relieve pain, can help to ease pain. And so don't take my word for anything, investigate. Notice how you feel. And so today, with the idea of sound, easing pain, I'd like to share a practice with you called toning. And so toning, this particular practice, you're invited to make the sounds A, O, and M. And yeah, you're more than welcome to listen if you'd rather. And then after we've toned the sounds A, O, and M, I like to bring the 3 sounds together, and together they make the sound O. And so we'll add a gentle heart opener, sun breath to the movements with Om. And let's begin again by making sure that we're seated comfortably, effortlessly upright. Roll your shoulders up, back and down just a few times. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. So in yoga, we call this a chin lock. And so that can help with our breathing. And so wherever you are in your breath cycle, take a nice deep inhale through your nostrils, unless you're congested. Exhale slowly, and we'll begin. Inhale, and then toning the sound A. Inhale. The sound O. Inhale. The sound M. And so we'll practice one more round. Inhale. 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 And bring your hands together at your heart center, or maybe it feels better to have your hands placed on your Buddha belly. On inhale, extend your arms up and away, so whatever height feels comfortable for you. And then bring your palms back together at your heart center, maybe your Buddha belly. And so keeping this gentle movement flowing. An invitation to imagine the sun at your heart center. On your inhales, as you extend your arms away from you, imagine the radiant rays of the sun all around you. And then gather that light and bring it back inside as a symbol of the light that's always inside us. Inhale. If you'd like, chanting the sound Om or making a humming sound. Sounds a little bit like a bee. Om. Inhale. Inhale. Place one hand on your yoga belly, the other on your heart center. And taking a moment to feel the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. Oh, and so this time I'd like to invite you to walk your hips forward in the chair about 2/3 of the way. And so I'm just going to move into my iPad and see if I can get gallery view again. Somehow it shifted here. There we go. So if you're needing the back of the chair, wanting the back of the chair today for support, honor that. So yoga meets us right where we are. And a gentle reminder, if you need to leave the space for whatever reason to take care of yourself, by all means do. If you ever feel dizziness, nausea during the practice, come out of the movements or the pose. And so dizziness, particularly when we're doing the neck movements. So if you get dizzy, maybe there's something that you need to get checked out. And so moving on. So ground through your feet, sit bones sharp on the chair. Lengthen your spine, so right up through to the crown of your head. Shoulders back and down just a few times. Tuck your chin in slightly, so a lovely chin lock, to release the back of your neck. And from here, we'll come into simple neck roll. So gentle warm up for neck and shoulders. And so see if you can resist the temptation to move your head to its full range of motion. And other direction. And let's move our head up and down as if nodding yes. From side to side as if nodding no. So keeping that long, smooth, soft breath throughout your practice. When you're ready, tip your right ear towards your right shoulder. Release your left arm down by your side if you'd like to intensify the stretch a little. And then maybe even moving our chin up and down a few times. Bring your head back center. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Release your right arm. Relax it down by your side if you'd like. Gently chin up and down. And come on back center. And so transition into shoulder circles. Soft organic movement. So this isn't meant to be a big squeeze up towards your shoulder or ears, pardon me. That's contraindicated. And then opposite direction. Palms face up, reach your arms in front of you. Take your hands to your shoulders or wherever you can reach comfortably. And stretch your palms. Hands to your shoulders, stretch your palms. Maybe alternating from side to side. So alternating our movements can be good for our brain health, particularly our memory. Release your arms by your sides, spiral your palms open, take your fingertips up to your shoulders, and draw your elbow points together towards each other, and open. And shoulder, elbow points, pardon me, together, and open. And now imagine, if you'd like, that you're drawing circles on the screen in front of you with your elbow points. So see if you can create a little half smile, like a little Buddhist smile. So when we smile, it releases saliva. And so we want a nice juicy body, juicy mouth. And then other direction. And so we've all been to the dentist. We know what a dry mouth feels like. And then when you're ready, float your arms down. Rest your hands on your thighs, palm up or down as desired. And notice, how's your breath? Our old friend, our breath. Notice any subtle sensations. So tuning into the sensations in your body. So no judgment. And then moving on, we'll practice some movements for our hands. So stretch your palms. Maybe make soft fists. And stretch, soft fists. Stretch, soft fists. Circle your wrists in one direction. Circle your wrists in the opposite direction. So I'm sure most of us use our hands more than we do our feet. And so when you're ready, imagine you're playing piano. Turn your palms face up. Circle your thumbs in one direction. Circle in the opposite direction. So visualizing the movement, micro movements, focusing on what we can do. Then an invitation, if you'd like, to reach your thumb over to the base of your pinky and open, reaching your thumb over and open. Interlace your fingers loosely or bring your hands together, however you're able to comfortably. And then imagine you're drawing the infinity symbol. And then move in the other direction. It's a little more challenging. Release your hands, reach your arms up to the sky. So eyes feels comfortable for you. And so stretch into the stretch. Get bigger in space. Fold your fingers in, press into the palms of your hands. And together we can shout out, I am. I can, and I will. And with a sigh of relief, release your arms down by your side. Shoulders back and down just a few times. And take a rest. So do a little hippie shake, whatever you'd like. So it's this still moments between the movements and the poses that the yoga happens. Okay. So let's come into a practice called finding our balance. And so the best definition of balance that I've heard thus far is the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. The equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. So when you're ready, make sure your feet are placed evenly on the floor, on your footrest. Sits bones are sharp on the chair. Long spine, shoulders back and down. And then take your hands into your hip creases if you'd like. And then hinging from the hips, leading with the heart, come forward with a flat back. And so not about seeing how far we can go. We just come to that just right amount of effort and ease. And then rock back up. And so for a few more breaths in your own time and rhythm, keeping this gentle rocking movement flowing. Noticing that sometimes when we come into a forward fold, our chin wants to jut forward. So if your chin's jutting forward, tuck it in slightly. And so there's something about this rocking movement that our nervous system likes. And finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to a neutral spine. Release your arms by your side. Then rest your hands on your thighs. And take a moment to notice how this feels. So a gentle reminder that it's not about what we look like in our yoga practice. The diagnostic tool is, how do I feel? And so let's begin to shift our weight from side to side. And so it can be interesting sometimes to close our eyes as we practice these movements. And come on back center. Take a moment. Notice how this feels. And so if you'd like, even pulling the buttock flesh away from your sits bone. And so from here, coming into a gentle twist. So if it's available to you and you would like, take hold of your elbows, or it might be that you bend your arms low in front of you. So hands to our elbows. And then as you're ready, nice inhale. And then on your exhale, twist to the right. Keep your head in line with your chest. Come on back center, and we'll move towards the right 3 more times. So on exhale, gently twist. So of course we know our spine matters. Gently twist. Come on back center, and 1 more time. And let's meet back at center. Release your arms. Take a moment before we come into it on the other side. So arms bent low in front of you, or taking hold of your elbows if that feels comfortable for you. Inhale, gently twist. Come on back center. Gently twist. Hi, Evie. Come on back center. Gently twist. And 1 last time. Come on back center. Release your arms and take a rest. Okay. And so let your chin come towards your chest. Let your shoulders round towards the front of your body. And then allow your back to round, the whole spine to round. Come on back to a neutral spine. So let your chin come towards your chest. Round your shoulders towards the front of your body. And then round your whole spine. Come back up to a neutral spine. And so in your own time and rhythm, I'd like to invite you to repeat this movement just a few more times. Finish up the movement that you're on. And then we'll come into a gentle back bend. So reversing the movement. So on inhale, lift your chest, shoulders, move away from your ears, chin up. So it doesn't have to be a huge movement. So you choose. If you want to go a little deeper into the back bend, this is your practice. And then come on back to a neutral spine. So we'll repeat the movement a few more times. So shoulders back and down, lift your chin, gazing up softly. Come back to a neutral spine. And so in your own time and rhythm, again, repeating the movement just a few more times. Awesome. So arms by your side, rest your hands on your thighs, palm up or down as desired, and notice how you feel. And so I'm feeling like it might be a nice idea to come in to warm up for our hips and lower back. So place your hands in your hip creases. And then as you're ready, begin to circle forward and then back. So you're pressing your lower back towards the back of the chair. And so hip circles. So this movement can feel a little bit strange if you're not accustomed to it. So moving with your breath. So our breath is long and smooth and soft. And then move in the other direction. As you begin to feel your hips, lower back soften and release a little, see if you can go a little deeper. So we're moving our shoulders towards our knees. And so of course, we're not going to come all the way down. And you can move at your own pace. So it might be a little slower or faster than me. And notice your breath. So if it gets short or jagged, you're backing off a little bit from the movement or coming out of it, stopping the movement. And slowly come on back to a neutral spine. Arms by your side, then take a moment. So noticing any subtle sensations. Trust that the sensations are there. I'm not going to be a rocket ship across the sky. How's your breath, your old friend, your breath? And so let's do a little bum dance, or maybe walking your hips forward in the chair a little bit and then back. So feet firmly planted on the earth, not in the air. Sits bone sharp on the chair. Lengthen from the tip of your tailbone all the way up through to the crown of your head. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And then when you're ready, release your arms down by your side. On inhale, reach your arms up to wherever feels comfortable for you. So we're broad through the collarbone, extend beyond your wrists, your fingertips. Inhale, and then turn your head gently towards the right shoulder. Inhale, come on back center. Float your arms down. So let's repeat the movement on the other side, moving with your breath. Reach your arms up. Inhale, gently turn your gaze, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, come on back center. And release. Shoulders back and down, little shake up. And so let's come into a modified version of eagle pose. And so the ancients, the yogis, named a lot of the movements and poses in yoga after the natural environment, so the trees, the mountains, the animals, and so on. And when you're ready, bend your elbows in front of you, palms facing each other. And I'd like you to take hold of your left elbow point with your right hand. Draw your left arm in towards the midline. Allow your left shoulder to soften away from your ear. If you have the ability to cross your right ankle over left, go for it. On inhale, reaching up a little higher maybe. And exhale, release. Inhale, reaching up a little higher. So eagle pose. And release. Release your arms by your side. Shake out and cross your feet. And so maybe we'll start with crossing the one ankle over the other. So left over right. And flex your foot if you want, your left foot. Sitting up tall, let's bend our elbows again, palms facing each other. Take hold of your right elbow point, left palm. Draw your right arm in towards your heart. Breathing in, maybe reaching up a little higher. Breathing out. Release. Inhale. And release. Shake out. Cross your ankles. And so when you're ready, cross your right arm over your left. Take hold of your shoulders. You walk your fingers back a little bit. Draw your chin in towards your chest. And so this is an I love me hug. I love me. Reach your arms out. And so remember which arm was on top, but the other arm on top this time. So bear hug number 2. Take hold of your shoulders. Walk your fingers back. Drop your chin towards your chest. And I love me. Inhale. And palms face down. Shake up. And so, wow, it feels like time's going quickly this morning or today. And so let's do a practice called lion's breath. So I've just started reintroducing lion's breath. So when we inhale through our nose, it acts like a filter. When we exhale through our mouth, we're helping to get rid of toxins. And so lion's breath, of course, we're sitting up tall. Hands resting on your thighs. And I want you to imagine that your hands are like lion's paws. So stretch your palms, your fingers. And so the way we practice lion's breath is we inhale through the nose. And so I can demo first if you'd like. And so on an exhale, tongue comes out and onto your chin as much as possible while you look up past your third eye. So middle of the forehead's where our third eye is located. And so when you're ready, inhale. Exhale. So it doesn't have to be a big roar. I see some of you smiling. And so a few more times. Inhale. Remember those lion's paws. Exhale. Tongue to chin. Inhale. So there's quite a lot of mythology and so on, stories around the various poses and the movements. You want to Google it, lion's breath. Exhale. And release. Good stuff. We'll do one more shake out. So before, actually, I think I'd like to actually include some movements for our legs and our hips. And so again, an invitation to, if for whatever reason you're not able to do the movement, if even the most gentle movement creates discomfort or pain, explore visualizing the movement. And so imagination is powerful. And so that said, I'd like to invite you to draw your right knee in towards your chest and belly. So it might be that you use your hands behind your thigh to help, or if you happen to have a yoga strap or some kind of strap that you can use. And release. And so other side. So we'll hug our left knee in towards our chest and belly. Clasp your hands behind your thigh if you'd like. And you're drawing your knee in towards your chest a little more. And release. So let's practice this movement one more time on each side. Sit up tall. Hug your right knee in towards your chest and belly. And release. Sit up tall. Hug your left knee in towards your chest and belly. And so if you have a yoga buddy that can help during your yoga practice, that's always a lovely way to go as well. And so take a moment, notice how this feels. And then when you're ready, placing your hands behind your thigh, circle your leg out to the side. So warming up our hips. And then circle in the opposite direction. So it's okay to lean back in your chair a little bit. And release. So always giving ourselves permission to move slowly between our poses and our movements. So hug in and then circle away. Notice how's your breath. So if it starts to get a little bit short, so we just want to come to our edge and then maybe back off a little. And release. And so let's practice this movement one more time on each side. And this time I'd like you to notice if one of your hips is tighter than the other. And so hands behind our thighs, hug in, circle away. Circle in the opposite direction. And release. Sit up tall. Hands behind your thighs, or maybe a yoga strap or some kind of strap. Circle away. Circle in the opposite direction. And release. Arms by your side and take a rest. So noticing how's your breath. Noticing any subtle sensations. Okay. And so rub your palms vigorously, energize your hands, warm up your hands. And then I'd like you to reach your left hand over to your right knee, rest your right hand on top, and massage your knee. So send your knee some love. And then reach your right hand over to your left knee. Left hand sits on top. Massage your knee. And so when you're ready, bring your hands to your heart center. Lift your heart to your hands. Release your arms by your sides. Spiral your palms open. And then I'd like you to hug your right knee in towards your chest or belly, or maybe your knee stays where it is, but allow your hands to hover over your right knee. So our breath is long and smooth and soft. Reach up into mountain. This time, turn your body towards the left. Let your hands hover over your left knee. Inhale. One more time on each side. Hug your right knee in if you'd like. Hands hover, floating, long, smooth, and soft. Reaching up to the sky. Turn towards the left. Let your hands float over your left knee. Cool. And so come on seated comfortably back in your chair for a short guided meditation in your final relaxation. And so if you have a favorite blanket, a pillow, something that you can place on your thighs. So a bit of weight on our thighs can be grounding, and I'm told, or it was suggested, that a little weight can help with fatigue, especially particularly if we sit a lot. And then when you're ready, bring your hands into a mudra. And so these days, for whatever reason, I'm really drawn to diamond mudra. And so diamond mudra is also known as an earth mudra because it can be grounding. And so for this one, you rest your right hand in your left palm, thumbs connect. Draw your hands in towards your hip creases. And so if diamond mudra works for you, lovely. If it doesn't, choose another mudra. And so if you'd like, thinking of when your hands come together, think of it as connecting with your higher self or your higher power. And so look down and into your heart and see what you can see. And then imagine that you're breathing into your heart. And so the meditation I'd like to share with you today is by Thich Nhat Hanh, a Zen Buddhist monk. And so breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Come into whatever comfortable position you'd like for your final relaxation. And so if you have the ability to recline in your chair, go for it, making sure that your head and neck is supported. Or it might be that you can throw your legs up on a chair, on a couch. And so close your eyes softly if that feels comfortable for you, or soften your gaze. If you're wearing glasses and you feel like taking them off for a few moments, go for it. And so rest your hands on your thighs, palm up or down as desired. Soft yoga belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone. Soft palms, quiet breath. Allow your breath to reflect the pose. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth. And let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. And soften the area between your eyebrows. Wide forehead. And silently, if you'd like, on inhale, saying let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. If it's challenging to quiet the mind, sometimes placing our hands on our Buddha belly and bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. So without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body. Thank your body again. And now see if you can begin to deepen your inhale and lengthen your exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes, hands and feet, waking up. Rub the tips of your fingers with your thumbs and come on up to finish up your yoga practice. And so bring your hands to your heart center, lifting your heart to your hands, bowing your head to your heart. Take a moment to honor yourself and each other. I never know who's out there in the ether, but thank you for joining me today for yoga. And so the teacher in me honors and appreciates the teacher in each of you. Have a lovely rest of the day.